Good morning. We're gonna do a rainy day walkthrough, and the chickens were not being quiet today. They're out here hollering and screaming. What are you screaming about? Anyway, she was just carrying on and carrying on. Seriously? What's going on out here? Are you enjoying the grass seeds? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So, started mowing the yard a little bit at a time. Mainly, I got the front yard mowed. You are the loud one. Are you enjoying those seeds? They're really enjoying the seeds from the grass. So, what I did is I brought out the big mower and I mowed, and then I used the push mower, went behind it, and what do y'all think I'm doing? Well, the little black girl didn't come in the other night, so I haven't seen her in 2 days. Either she's decided to go broody or she's been eaten. Anyway, back to the grass. So I mowed the grass, and then I came through with the push mower and collected the grass off of this area here to use as mulch. Yes, I did. So I'm really excited about the chicken house because I installed a chicken door. Been trying to get help to do that. Now wait a minute. I was just talking about you. I haven't seen you in 3 days. Where have you been? Where have you been? Well, glad you're back. But I got me I installed a chicken door. So now, what's really nice about it is I can open and close the chicken door from my bedroom. Ha ha ha. That'll be a game changer come winter. That means you ladies can stay in the big chicken house instead of the little one in the wintertime. Because the winter one was really small. Anywho, let's see. We got this mowed. I say we. I got this mowed. Look at my rhubarb. She's going nuts. Yes, rhubarb's going nuts. I'm excited because my crab bark is getting taller, growing. And of course, got all this mowed. Just want to show you how beautiful the Queen Anne's lace is doing around here. Okay. Do. Where have you been? Where have you been? I was digging holes, but the rain started, and well, that's that. Let's see. I need to roll you over this way. Yeah, we'll let you do that. Now, planted roses, tomatoes and roses are supposed to have a really nice thing together. This is my Kate. I had to dig her up because she didn't like where she was at, not getting enough sun, and she's not looking good at all. I thought I would put her by this tomato plant because tomatoes are supposed to keep off black spot. I find that very interesting. So that's what we've got there. And here, why are you? This is a little sunflower who's quite pretty. I guess you're hunting for sun in all different places, aren't you? But now that I have these two fences where they're going, I can plant stuff on the outside too. Of course, I have my woodbine or sourwood there. Then this is 2 cayenne peppers. Let's see, I catch water and then water them. I pulled all the, I've got some Serrano pepper. Whoopsie, dropped it. Ha ha ha. Serrano pepper here. And I'm not sure what tomato we have here, but I think she'll be showing up soon. And if I see this on paper, I can tell you what it is, but don't remember it by name at this time. Again, more tomatoes starting here. Hello, little tomatoes. Little baby tomatoes. This is just a pot with stuff in it. That, you know, grass and stuff. Obviously, got to pull it out and do something with it, but I haven't had time. This is pimento. Let's see, pimento sweet peppers. Then this one is California Wonder. And this vine, whatever tomato it is really getting a lot of tomatoes here. Now, because the fence is 10 feet lengthwise, if I keep this one here, they should keep from cross-pollinating. I know you're trying to tell me something, but I just don't know what. What are you telling me? Yes. Okay. I wonder where she's been at the last couple of days. Little Missy. My canna that I planted last year and I thought had completely died. Apparently one seed lived. Look at this. Something here. Just get you right there so that I don't want weeds to grow, but I want her to be able to grow good. This is a bean. I don't know what kind of bean, but I'm just going to let it go. And then went ahead and put some curled parsley here. Another strawberry coming up here, so yay strawberry. The orange nasturtium is coming out nicely. And these, some kind of cucumber. So you need to go right through there. Yeah, you do. It's already got a couple cucumbers coming up on it. Let's go ahead and stuff you in there too. And then I'll go over on the other side and pull it up. Just working it up the hill. I mean up the thing. These are my 2 pink yarrow. And this was a nice yellow nasturtium that I think is kind of pretty. I need to get my Dawn out here and kill some ants. A strawberry. We got another strawberry. I don't know what kind they are, but got some strawberries. And yummy, a little tart. But last year, I let them stay. Somebody ate them. See? And I'm just gonna put this here like this. Maybe it will make me strawberries. Okay. This was a little swimming pool last year. I want you to look at my potatoes. They have spread. Apparently horseradish is supposed to be good for potatoes. Now I planted some onions here, but we'll have to see if they come up. And I planted here These are sweet potatoes. They're Carolina rubies. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 Carolina rubies. I had 2 more, but I sent them home with my girlfriend Barbara. And this is my row of black-eyed Susans, which I prefer over echinacea. And then this is the row where the corn was last year. No, was it? Yeah. And then, actually it took up both of these because it was too big. As you can see, I have pointy ends on my corn row this year. And that's because I kept it within the 4 feet. In order for these to be even, it would have taken up more space. So, between the 2 rows, I was able to get mortgage lifters again. So this is a mortgage lifter and basil, mortgage lifter, basil, mortgage lifter. And this is a tomatillo, which we're gonna see if I can grow those. Now over here, I planted some leeks. Not many, but you know, hey, it's leeks. Seems like I planted something else over here. Let's see. That's feverfew, and then white yarrow. Hey, Chicky. That I think is oregano or thyme. I've really got to work on sniffing these out and learning them better. That is a potato vine from last year, but I won't know what it is till it comes up. Oh, and on the end I planted some other potatoes. So, sweet potatoes. My potatoes still don't have good enough eyes for me to plant them. So, we're waiting on eyes. Now here, this is going to be a little confusing, but up under the raspberries here, we have straight 8 cucumber. These 3 here. They were looking a little bit wilty, so I will, once they get good and strong, I'll come in here, weed, and cut back the stuff so that they have plenty of sun. Then these are, I think, they're squash, not spaghetti, butternut squash, I think. We'll find out. And then here we have crimson sweet watermelons. Well, we've had a bird in here. Anybody know what kind of bird this is? Now here we have, I think these are, what are you? Okra. This is my crimson spineless okra. What are you? What are you? You're a squash. Pretty sure squash. And then these are Athena cantaloupes. And I know I put them kind of together, but in the mountains we used to do 3 seeds to a hill, which would give you 3 plants on a hill. So that's kind of what I was doing there. And here's some little peppers, Tabasco. And then These are my pickling cucumbers, I think. And then these are something else. And I thought you was a tomato. You're not a tomato. This little one right here, from a distance, I thought was a tomato. Get up close to it like this, and I see it's not one. So let's pull it out. But I put a basil here because I thought I had a cucumber. I mean a tomato, but oh well, didn't. So haha on me. And then here's some more watermelon. Ha ha ha, joke's on me. Joke's on me. I swear that almost looks, I don't know what it is. I know somebody out there knows, but it isn't me. Okay. Are you okay, beauty? And this one here, another tomato. And I put a basil with every tomato. So they were little baby basils. Little baby basils. And this tomato has got a serious stalk. This is the Roma tomatoes, obviously. A little basil in here. So we'll see what that does how that does. Let me wipe this off. So the big mow came because I'm gonna put strawberries out here. I mowed the grass down. I mowed this area 3 times to kill back the grass. And then put all the grass in here to start killing off all the grass. So that's for the strawberry patch. Strawberry patch. So now the orchard is now chaos zone. Let's start with the grapes because they make the most sense. I want you to see how beautiful this one is. And you're almost, look at that. I can almost start tying him up. A little bit longer. I went ahead and put this line to it so that it can start leaning that way, but it's not really doing it. Oh, and I planted a wild bergamot here. We'll see if she comes up. Wild bergamot, of course, brings in bees, and it's also known as bee balm or monarda. Look at this one. Look how gorgeous are you? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And somewhere around here is another bee balm that has been planted. The wild peach is just growing, but I probably am going to have to come in here, weed it, and start protecting it too. Now here is comfrey, and apparently I planted Italian largely parsley here. Now comfrey is really good for chop and drop. Comfrey goes very, very deep, has a huge root system, and it actually goes in and repairs the soil around it so that it has nutrients. And then the nutrition will come up into the leaves. And as it grows, you can chop the leaves and make mulch from it. So that's really cool. Again, I went ahead, this was a Stamy wine sap, did not live. I ordered a wine sap, and rather than waiting till next year, because I felt like the other trees are going to have such a head start on it, I went ahead and just got a wine sap. Okay, here we've got a lavender and another comfrey. Here's the problem with the comfrey, okay? I need to dig this sucker up once a year or every 2 years, because the root ball gets so big. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Get away from the tree. No, Zoe. Zoe, no. No, Zoe. No. And here we have a cilantro. I don't have really good luck with cilantro. We'll see what it's doing. My cousin Alice apparently does. And then this is a basil. And here I have just a little quadrant of things. Comfrey, a rosemary, a moringa, and an Italian oregano. Now this concerns me because this oregano here, no, not this one. This is Italian. Yeah. Over here is the big one. I was sitting here going, hey, it's too big. This is a Cuban oregano. See how big it is? I was thinking, somebody ate my Cuban oregano. I can't trim the trees till summer. And then it has to be good and dry, and going to be dry for a few days afterwards till the scab can heal up and not get rain. So we'll do that later this summer. I'll cut all the trees down. But for now, we're just letting them getting their grow on. Around here also is another bee balm. Pretty much, I think I put a bee balm at every tree, and I'm going to be putting a calendula at every tree, because calendula is a repellent. And see, I have a calendula here. Now, I grew these from seeds, did not expect them to grow, but it did, and I have a whole, probably 100 of them still, that I'm just going to bring out and just stick in the ground. Another comfrey. And then there's a bergamot. And then here's a calendula. But if it doesn't make it, then I'll take it up and put more in. I mean, I won't take it up because I can't find it. Another bergamot. Here is bergamot. And then here's a bergamot. And then here's a bergamot. I have 2 more bergamots, but they're not plain Monarda. They've actually got another. One's pink and one's another color. So we'll have those and planted. I probably won't plant those in the orchard, but the idea is you plant plants to provide nutrition, which is the chop and drops. That's comfrey, rhubarb, and another one. You think? Anyway, those are chop and drops because they go deep. They pull a lot of nutrition into their leaves, and then they can create better soil on top. Then you have things to attract bugs and to repel bugs, animals, and molds and stuff. And so bee balm is both an attractor, but at the same time, it wards off, it pulls in good, that's not bee balm, that's parsley. Parsley and sage and things like that, thyme, oregano, rosemary. They repel bugs, bad bugs that are bad for fruit trees. And what they do is they either disguise it by creating so much smell that the other bugs can't smell the fruit trees, and so they don't come because the smell is so much stronger from the repellent and the deterring plants. And then of course these also bloom and will bring in bees and feed the bees. And like I said, once I get enough stuff going that is good, healthy stuff for bees, I will do bees again, but not until then. Lavender is another one that's really good for bringing in the right bugs that will eat the aphids and stuff that gets on fruit trees. So we're doing this. Remember, I took classes with Charles Dowding, No Dig, and then there's a guy who does orchard planting. He has 300 acres of orchard that is completely organic, completely runs itself. And it's because of planting stuff that, you know, allows nature to take care of nature. You only want a few different of the same trees in the area, which is why I only have the 2 pears, 4 apples, 4 peaches, and I'll have 2 apricots, which we planted in this area here, which is why I put these guys right here. So then I can put my 2 apricots here. And then I'm gonna have a raised bed here that will be my blueberries. Then each year, this area down here will be for my melons and things to come out of the garden and onto this black thing to keep, you know, so bugs won't get on them, etc. I know I'm not showing you stuff maybe you've seen before, but I thought I'd show you some of the stuff you've not seen before. And like I said, this is my big project this week. I was gonna go today and get a load of mulch on the back of my trailer, but it was raining and thundering and lightning, and I was like, I'm not gonna deal with dirt on a rainy day like today. I still have to take the top screws back out of this and put the corner braces on, and then I have to drive the stakes in that help stabilize it. It's not quite finished, but it was close enough I can start amending the soil. I'm trying to decide. Clover is really, really good as a nitrogen fixer, and particularly good for strawberries. So I want to let that do that thing up under here, because this is a clover patch. And then of course it's surrounded by clover. So we got it going. All this is either gonna be chipped into chips or burned, because I've been thinking, where do I want to put a fire pit? And honestly, I don't want a fire pit. I'd rather have the area. The door has been here to open the garden, but it's gonna actually be here. So when I come out my back door, we'll go straight in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it'll be right in the middle here. And so this all has to go. And when we turn our backs to that, see, it goes straight to the back porch. So, well, that's what we're doing here. I've got my raincoat on, and now that it stopped raining, it's a bit hot. So I'm gonna head back in the house. I may have to dig this upper corner out a little bit so that it's more level. I'll bring my level out and see how bad off it is. But anyway, this is what we've got, what I've got. I guess I could take you down here and show you what's growing out here. I'm not going to show you the plants on the porch. That's kind of my nursery baby making thing. I did find 2 pink Gerber daisies, and so Gerbera daisy, whatever, and I had them out, but the sun just wilted them. So I brought them back here and hid them under the tree, and they seem to be doing a lot better. I've harvested the plantain twice now this year. I ordered some Turkish plantain. Their leaves are even bigger, and I'm going to try growing that in a container for fun. That's what Patrick Jones uses. You know, the guy I'm taking an herbalist class from. Okay, so here, you want me to open the door for you. Come on, Zoe. She could have walked through that. You know it. I've seen her climb up this post right here and go over the top. This is my comfrey pot. It grows comfrey that I can divide and plant elsewhere. And this is my original comfrey pot that Georgie kept eating down to the dirt. I'm glad to see it's coming back. These are sunchokes, which jumped out of the pot, and now they're just doing their thing. I had roses planted along this fence, and yeah, they had to be moved. So this is a white rose. This is a pink rose. This is my Don Juan. That is the best smelling pink rose I've smelled in a long time. This is my rose hip rose. And don't know what that is. It's from the first year I was here. Now these are my calendulas that I just dumped in here. I'm just going to get them handful at a time and go back there and bury them and dig them out. So before I can go to the dump and pick up soil, whatever you want to say it, I've got to clean off this. Now back here, those are more sunchokes. This is a tree. You know, I don't think it's witch hazel, but it's big enough this year, we'll find out. Here I have spicewood. They came as sticks. I need to plant. I'm going to start with planting one at a time and see if I can get them going. This is my peppermint, and this is my peppermint. I've harvested this one, but now I need to harvest this one. Another rhubarb that has some fake strawberries growing in it. These are willows. Again, that could be witch hazel. No, it's not. It says on the bucket somewhere what it is. Oh, but I'm not going to move the bucket because I'm not ready to transplant it. Now in here, I planted some hollyhocks. So this is a hollyhock. This is a maple tree. This, I have to wait and see whether it's Creeping Charlie or a hollyhock. And this one, the roots are here. Whatever you are, let's cover you up. Some woodbine. I'll leave that tree because I could use another maple tree around here maybe. We'll see what happens. I did plant 6 And I think there's one, here's one, here's one's 3 hollyhocks here. Now this is my hydrangea that I have grown from a tiny little hydrangea. And again, Georgie loved hydrangea. Georgie would reach through the fence. Okay, her nose would go up to the fence, then her tongue would wrap around, and she ate all my hydrangeas. But look at those. Aren't they beautiful? And again, whatever you are, you're growing beautifully. It died back that first year. Almost completely died. It is a native. Let's see, are you? Yeah, pretty well rooted down. So, what you doing, Zazie? We'll just leave her to her thing for now. And then this fall, everybody that's not planted by June 21st is going to have to wait till the fall. Here's another little maple. Pretty sure it's a red maple because it has those red stems. La-di-da-di-da. I keep finding stuff that I planted that's not doing well and replanting it. These roses, the ones that aren't trailing roses, the Don Juan is going to have 20 feet of space on either side of it because it gets huge. And I'm thinking about planting it down where it can just grow up and over the little animal shed. Maybe because there's a lot of sun down there. Well, this is this. Of course, my forsythia and my cardboard box pile. I take these over to the garden as I need them. Meanwhile, they're just decomposing here, so that makes it easier to pull apart, put them where I want them. So, we have a cat who thinks it's going to live here. And Duncan says, yes, we have a new friend. And Zoe says, oh no, you get out of here. But it's got no tail. Hello kitty. Hello kitty kitty. You want to say hey? It's here about 90% of the time. But a gray one came yesterday. And I'm not having 2 more cats. If this cat wanted to live here outside, I would not run it off because I think even Zoe's not hissing at her as much. But again, it's up to Zoe. Okay, folks. Oh, this is Labella? No. Gotta think. I think it's Labella growing here. And this, of course, is wild lettuce, but I've harvested a whole gallon of wild lettuce this year. I'm not doing any more wild lettuce. I'm still doing plantain, but no more wild lettuce. Okay, so I'm gonna stop and try to get, it's funny, but they don't like to give me good pictures anymore on YouTube. So I'm gonna try, just hold it for a while and see if they'll give me a good picture. This is a long video, folks. Y'all have a great one.